The royal bed is protected by a gilded railing. Above the canopy, the personification of France watches over the sleeping king. Even more than the throne, the royal bed is the symbol of kingly power. The bedroom is at the center of the palace, the bed is at the center of the bedroom, and all who pass must bow before it. At 8:30, the head chamberlain murmurs, "Sire, it's time to rise." The ritual unfolds. First, the ceremony of the small awakening, followed by the ceremony of the grand awakening. There is a constant stream of comings and goings. On an average morning, at least 100 people can be seen bustling in and out. Not only wardrobe and chamber attendants, but also bishops, ambassadors, provincial governors, and parliamentary officials who rise at dawn to be present at the Grand Awakening. One must be there to hear the news, to gossip, but more importantly, to be seen. Louis XIV has chosen the self-portrait of Van Dyck to hang above his door. High on the walls he has placed paintings by Valentin, the French pupil of Caravaggio. He likes Valentin's work, the tribute to Caesar, St. John, St. Matthew, St. Mark. Once the ritual of the Grand Awakening is completed, the king meets with his counselors in the adjoining room, the official royal office. In the mid-18th century, Louis XV completely transformed this room, but nevertheless, it has always been the reigning heart of the realm, the symbol of the scepter and hand of justice. For more than a century, from 1682 until 1789, Versailles is the seat of absolute monarchy and the government of France. The king rules alone. He demands consistency and obedience from his ministers. In this room, every day he summons his counselors, signs documents, and receives petitions both grand and humble. It is the place where his subjects may address him directly. But sometimes, instead of his counselors, the king summons his superintendent of buildings and his architect, because the king's ruling passion is building. Versailles was originally a hunting lodge built by Louis XIII, but it would be unthinkable to keep such a primitive dwelling as the royal residence. It must be completely refurbished, terraces built, marshes drained, nature subdued. Construction will last more than 50 years. At its height, more than 15,000 men will be employed. At first, the young king merely embellishes the existing house of cards and visits it with female companions from time to time. In the forecourt, the architect Levaux constructs the common rooms, stables to the left, kitchens to the right. The gardens, following the layout of the gardener Le Nôtre, advance at a pace. When he is 30 years old, Louis XIV tells Colbert that he wants to move his council to Versailles. This prompts the first construction to enlarge the castle. On the side facing the town, Levaux's common rooms are linked up to the castle, and their facades are soon adorned with columns, balconies, statues. The original castle is literally surrounded by new buildings. The first idea is to enclose it on the park side with two lateral wings, linked by a huge terrace. The influence of the Italian Baroque villa is dominant, but the uncertain French climate makes this terrace impractical. It soon disappears. The Hall of Mirrors takes its place. Though the terrace is gone, the architecture stays predominantly Baroque. The ground floor is designed like a huge pedestal in bas-relief. The first or noble floor is adorned with columns, statues resting on cornices, flat roofs disguised by a huge balustrade, bristling with urns spouting flame, and trophies.